fellow YouTubers, Trouble8385 here with the Pickups video. Kind of an unplanned Pickups video, because originally what I was going to do with the money this time around was I was going to get Pac-Man Champion Edition DX, and I was going to buy Hydro Thunder. Yes, I know they're both downloadable games, but I was going to get those two games because I found them very interesting. But, like all things, things change. And you can always tell, by the way, my wife wants to get more video games because she starts looking on Craigslist and eBay and showing me all these auctions and things that are on there. Anyway, and so a couple days ago she found one because she's been looking for working design games that we used to have that we got rid of because she'd love to have them again. And she found one in this little lot, and she contacted the guy by email, and he said that, well, he had someone else lined up, but if it fell through, he'd contact us. So he's supposed to meet the guy yesterday. I guess it fell through, and he contacted my wife today. She calls me at work today, and she says, hey, as soon as you get done, we gotta go. And we're going to meet him in Springfield, Illinois, because it's kind of common ground for both of us to meet. So we get off work and we go there. Now, before I show you what I got, we spent a total of $20, and you'll understand why I point that price out when I show you the certain game that we did get. And all these games are in great condition. And so let me show you what we got from the guy, because we met him and got him today. The first game is a game I absolutely loved on the 3DO, and that'd be Road Rash. I actually can't wait to sit down and play this game once I clear a couple of games out of the way first. And also, he also had Road Rash Jailbreak, which I've never actually played before. For you pinball fans, Pro Pinball Fantastic Journey. And a game I played a lot on my PlayStation 1 back in the day, and that'd be Tin Pen Alley. I used to play this game, you know, the goofy dancing and stuff they did when you got strikes and stuff. Simply loved that game back in the day. The game I've never played is Jigsaw Madness. Now, here is the one game, the one reason why we got this entire lot. It did not matter, would have paid this much or more for this game alone. That'd be none other than Alundra by Working Designs. We used to have this back in the day. We both absolutely loved this game, but we got rid of it, and I'm glad to finally have it back so we can play it again. They also had Alundra 2, which to me, I played it, is not as good as the first one, but still. I'll sit through and play the whole thing again. Maybe it'll change my mind. And then I got two PlayStation 2 games from the guy. First one is Transformers, which I believe is the Robots in Disguise generation of the Transformers. And I've rented this before, but I didn't spend a lot of time with it, so I'll sit down and spend a lot of time and see how I like it. And then a game I absolutely loved when I rented it back in the day, and that was Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. I just love it. It was just fun running around and destroying everything in the game. It was just a really, really, really fun game. So while we're there at Springfield, my wife, which makes her so great, is not only does she find the auctions and find Craigslist stuff, which is Craigslist stuff, but she also went and got printouts of places that sell video games in Springfield. Since we're going down there, and she knows I want to get more retro games because there's nowhere up here anymore. And we go down there and we decide, okay, the first place we're going to stop at is the local GameStop. We'll see what they have there, right? So we go into the shopping center. There's just a bunch of different stores there where the GameStop is. 4 doors down before we get to the GameStop, there's a place there called Disc Replay. And they sell CDs, DVDs, and video games. So we decided to go in there. And it kind of blew me away, quite frankly, walking in there, because normally when you think of these little places that do that, you don't think they're going to have a big selection of PS3, Xbox 360. And they did have a big selection of Xbox 360 and PS3 games, first of all. And the newer games that just came out, they were selling there for $32.99, which kind of blew me away. Games like Fallout New Vegas, games like that. But they also did have Wii. They had DS, PSP, Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Boy, Game Boy Advanced, Xbox, and PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. Actually, one of the things that I was tempted to do, though I didn't do it, was they had a Tekken 6 limited edition 360 in a glass case for $42.99. but I don't have room for another system. Well, I already have 360, but I don't have room for any more. Because they also had a Dreamcast for $24.99. That, as much as I love a Dreamcast, I want to have one again. Right now, I want to fill out the games for my current systems I have. They also, by the way, had 2 copies of the original Mega Man for $20, but I didn't want to pay that much for a game this time around. So I'm going to show you the 4 games my wife got over there. The first game she got for the DS was Lufia: Curse of the Sinistrals. And she's an RPG fan. The one game she found she was really excited about the minute she saw it was, she's a big Ys fan now, Ys Arc of, I don't know if it's Nepotism? Veronica, she gets us in like, what, 9 days. I'll be getting her Ys Book 1 and 2 for the PSP when it comes out. For the PlayStation 2, she picked up Radiant Stories, Square Enix game, another RPG. Now this last game she got, she originally was going to pick up for the PSP in a GameStop, I believe, a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, when she went back last week to get it, it was gone. One of those ones where you go, oh, I should have got that, and kick yourself in the butt about it. But luckily, they had a copy of this on the PlayStation 2. I showed it to her, and she instantly was going to get it, and that would be Persona 3. Now, this is Persona 3 Fez, which has the extra chapter. And it is an interesting game I have never played, and she's never played, so we both actually do want to play this game. So it'd be really cool. Now, I'm going to get to the games that I got. Now, the first 2 games I got were for the PlayStation 2, and the first one, by Working Designs, is Slipheed: The Lost Planet, which is a shmup, I believe. Looks like a shmup. Trying to fill that part of my collection because I don't have that many. And ironically enough, I've been playing Altair Rorona for the PS3, and they had for the PlayStation 2 Altair Iris 3 Grand Phantasm. So I've never played this one. I played the first and second. I never played the third one, so it'd be interesting to play that. And for the good old PlayStation 1, I picked up 2 shooters, or shmups, depending on what you say. Working Designs Ray Storm. And good old G Darius, which I've never actually had a chance to play this game, but I've seen so many videos on it. It looks so cool that I had to get it. So I got 3 games for my Super Nintendo, and the first game for my Super Nintendo I got is a game that I absolutely loved on my Super Nintendo. I played this game on a daily basis. I loved playing this game in the arcade, and that would be none other than Gradius 3. One of my favorite shmups of all time. I used to literally play this game on a daily basis. Absolutely loved that game. Also for the Super Nintendo, I picked up Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, which I did get and beat in the day. So I can't wait to sit down and replay it again. And lastly, because Mortal Kombat's coming out a couple months, and kind of getting a Mortal Kombat fever, I picked up for the Super Nintendo Mortal Kombat 2. One of my favorite fighters of all time. Back in the day, ironically enough, before this news is coming out, I remember all the big deal about Mortal Kombat, and I sat down and played the original Mortal Kombat, which quite frankly wasn't a great game. The controls were off and all that stuff. You could see potential, right, in the first one. But originally you played it for the blood and guts, let's be honest here. So knocking people down in pits and stuff. Anyway, so when I went in the arcade and to play Mortal Kombat 2, it absolutely blew me away, the improvement from Mortal Kombat 1 to Mortal Kombat 2. And I really loved 2. Unfortunately, 3 kind of put me out of it until I played it on the Genesis, and then I fell in love with that game. But I really love Mortal Kombat 2. I would have gotten the Genesis, but they didn't have it on the Genesis, so I picked it up for Super Nintendo, so I can't wait to actually play that. So guys, that's enough rambling for me now. Till my next video.